Hello everyone! Kumusta? My name is Che and welcome to my channel. Welcome back! Mabuhay from the Philippines. Today, I want to share with you these two mini dendrobiums that I planted in self-watering pots a month ago. I want to share with you how I planted them and their growths after 1 month. I got them last September 4 with spikes and flowers. And I bought them from a seller at Facebook Marketplace. I paid 150 pesos for each orchid. They're so pretty and cute. Hello everyone! Today I'm going to plant these two mini dendrobiums in self-watering pots. I decided to plant them in self-watering pots because I want to bring them inside the house whenever they flower because they are so pretty. I think they will constantly bloom. Their flowers are also mini. I will now soak them with water and I will use these pots for them. Actually, these pots are my DIY self-watering pots. I used them with my Cattleyas, but then I decided to repot my Cattleyas. So I will just reuse these pots for these mini Dendrobiums. I will leave them here for a while to soften the coconut husk as well as the roots. After a few minutes, I will now try to remove the coconut husk. I will do that with this one first. Okay, let's do this. Ngek. Napadyoy ulod. Unsa bay pangalan ani? So I will just remove the coconut husk as gentle as I can. And the coconut husk is still firm and I think I'm going to damage a lot of roots today. The coconut husk doesn't want to come off easily. You can actually plant this directly into a pot, but since I am going to plant this in a self-watering pot with a constantly moist environment, I need to remove this coconut husk, even if I damage lots of roots. And because dendrobiums grow fast, I think it will just grow new roots after a while. Coconut husks are actually easy to remove if they are already old, but this coconut husk is still fresh. And I will also remove the oldest skins, smallest skins, and I will just clean this. I will just remove all of the coconut husk. I think I have removed all of the coconut husk, and I will do the same with the other Dendrobium. I will also wash the roots later with water. I have removed the coconut husk from the other Dendrobium, and I also have washed their roots with water. Now I will just leave them here for a while. I will let their roots dry a bit first before I spray and apply hydrogen peroxide to the roots. I have air dried their roots but not totally dry. This is still moist but at least no more water. And this Dendrobium is so cute. It has pretty flowers, but I will remove the flowers now. I will cut the spikes. I didn't want to do that, but I want this Dendrobium to focus on growing first because she only has few canes, and I actually see here I think a new growth, but that's already turning brown, but I still hope that it will continue to grow. And this is the other one. She has more canes, more leaves, and more spikes than the other one. And I will not remove the spikes. I will not cut them because I want to see if they will continue to bloom even if I have disturbed the roots. This orchid has five spikes. The Hanoi. And another one here at the back. So she has a total of 6 spikes. So let's see if the flowers will continue to bloom after I plant this in a self-watering pot. After I have disturbed their roots. Let's see, but I'm hoping. I will now spray their roots with hydrogen peroxide, and I have a video about hydrogen peroxide that I use with my orchids, and I will include the link of that video in the description. I will also spray their leaves with homemade insecticidal spray. This is 50% water, 50% isopropyl alcohol, and a drop of dishwashing soap. I also have a video on using this. I will include the link of that video in the description, so please check that out if you haven't watched that yet. After spraying with hydrogen peroxide and homemade insecticidal soap, I will let these orchids dry out first, and I am using a small fan. And after a while, they are already dry. So time for me to plant these orchids in self-watering pots, and I will use mix of lava rocks and hydroton as media. This is my reservoir and this is my inner pot. I have a video how I made this, the DIY self-watering pot video, which will also be in the description. Time for me to plant the orchids now. I am placing the orchid here at the side, the oldest canes at the side, hoping that the new growths will grow to the center of the pot. This is done, and I will also plant the other one. I'll just show them to you again after I am done with the other orchid. And they are done. I really hope that the buds will continue to open. But above all, I wish that they will continue to grow and adapt well in the new setup, in self-watering setup. I have already placed fertilized water in their reservoir. If you want to know how I fertilize my orchids in self-watering pots or semi-hydro, I have a video about that, and I will include the link of that video in the description. Good morning! So here are now my 2 mini Dendrobiums in self-watering pots after a month. I still haven't cut the spikes of the other Dendrobium, and as you can see, they turned brown. The blooms did not open, but she is now growing a new spike. Paspas kaayo. This was the Dendrobium with spikes that I did not cut, and the spikes turned brown. The buds did not open, they just dropped and dried. The small one here also did not develop, and the tiny one at the back did not continue to grow, and I don't know if it will still grow, but she is growing this spike. This is new. Ang bilis. I'm so excited for the new spike, and she also has 2 leaves here that turned brown. I'll just remove this. And aside from the spike, she has new growths, and I think I should have planted her at the center of the pot. She has 4 new growths. Kadaghan! Now let's check the roots. And most roots have died, but because of the new growths, I think more roots will be growing soon, so no need to worry. And this is the other one, the one which has spikes that I cut, and she has a new growth which is already big. The tiny growth before, which I saw, did not continue to grow. It just turned brown, but I'm happy that she has this new growth now. Let's also check her roots. And she is growing a new root. I think this is a root from the new growth. I decided to cut the old spikes of the other Dendrobium. I'm so happy with their growths, with their progress, and I hope to show you their blooms soon. And I also hope that you like this video. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching. Maraming salamat. Paalam. See you on my next videos.